Alright, next we're going to talk about your credentials and your past accomplishments. This is basically establishing your expertise. Not always applicable, because sometimes it's not you, but then if it's your subject, like say you're interviewing somebody or you're writing copy from somebody else's products, then it's their credentials and their past accomplishments. And again, it's not always applicable. Sometimes it's the advertisement's product based, like the magazine might not necessarily need your credentials or anything if you have a lot of other compelling proof elements, but it's good to think about it. For example, I'm trying to establish myself as a book writing expert. There's a lot of reasons why book writing can help your credibility. Not everybody can write a book. In fact, few people can write a book. Most people can't write a book. And nothing shows you're an expert like writing 300 pages about a topic. But at the same time, I actually, about a year or two from now, I want to create a program for people on how to write business books and how to write books to establish themselves as experts in a very quick time. So I'm on a goal right now. Every month and a half, I write a new book, like a hard copy book. And I'm not even talking about the other products I create for the niches for PDFs. I'm talking about a real hard copy book. I just sit down. It only takes me an hour and a half every day. And I write like 2,500 or 3,000 words. And in a month and a half time, I have a book. So eventually I'm going to create a course on how to write books like very quickly, like in a month's time. So you could write like 12 books a year if you wanted to just skyrocket yourself up as an expert. It only takes like an hour and a half a day. That's going to be my course. So my main proof element, I'm going to say go to Amazon.com. I'm going to show them author of 12 books in 18 months or author of 20 books in 18 months. And I'll be like, well, and I wrote all these PDFs too. That'll be a huge proof element because why? I'm teaching them how to write books quickly. So I better damn well be able to do it myself, and that's how I'm going to prove that. So that's how one way you can use credentials or past accomplishments. Basically, you have to answer the question, why are you an expert or an authority? You know, otherwise, why would you write the book? If you're interviewing somebody else and you have to establish why would they write the book, or why would they create this product or service? Otherwise, nobody's going to believe you. I mean, anybody can take research and make it effective and make it sound cool, but does it really work? Now, I'm not saying you can't be an expert in research. And in fact, some of the greatest products are just research products. Really, like Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, it was just a research project, but he was an expert at researching experts. So his credibility was he talked to 100 experts and he chunked them all down and he gave you all the success criteria that made it all happen for every one of them. Other questions you can ask: what awards and recognitions have you received? You know, basically, competence and qualifications. What makes you competent? Qualifications. I don't know why I started writing in cursive there. What makes you competent to talk about what you're talking about, or what makes the author competent, or what makes the product creator or service provider competent? What are their qualifications that they have? And, you know, have you been recognized by your peers? Not only have you been recognized by other higher authorities, but have you been recognized by your peers? If so, how? We want to know these things before we buy from you. We want to know what your credentials are, and we want to know what your past accomplishments are. So you better have some sort of expertise in your product or using your product. At the very least, consider it. If you can, put something in there to minimize it if you don't have a lot of these credibility or credentials or past accomplishment credentials. Then you have to at least address the issue somehow. So the person in their mind is going to think, well, why should I listen to you? Got to give them something for the proof element, credentials, and past accomplishments.